right, good morning, everyone. All right, welcome officially to the 2024 Golf Business Conference. I know Craig just mentioned the weather, but the way we like it as event organizers, we like it when the weather's good on the golf outing and it's real crappy when you guys are in class so that you don't go anywhere, right? It's kind of reversed this week, but again, like I said last night, thank you for really dropping everything back home, your business and what have you, and the family to be here. We know what it takes to leave and to travel. Travel's not as fun as it used to be, you know, and getting away, everything is a bigger expense, so we really appreciate it. But I'm pleased to announce today, though, that the attendance at Golf Business Conference is up at least 10–15% over last year, so we keep climbing. So more and more golf course owners and operators are coming to this event, and we expect more in the future. Thank you, Craig, and welcome back as our MC for sure. A few more thank yous. One, to Yamaha Golf Cars for sponsoring yesterday's golf outing. Let's give it up for Yamaha Golf Cars. Thank you. And some of you were not in a special room last night, but they also sponsored our first-time attendee and new member reception, so thank you for that as well, Yamaha. To Alex and Top Tracer for sponsoring last night's reception, thank you. Let's give it up for Top Tracer. You know, I'm telling you that the work that we do with sponsors at NGCOA is just so much better when we get to work with partners who care about this organization like our partners do. We really want to see each other succeed, so thank you to all the sponsors that we have. You can see them here on the screen. Our board of directors is made up of golf course owners and operators from coast to coast, but it's the sponsors that make this organization really work financially. So really, because all the work that we do, all that we get to do is really to the thanks of our sponsors. So please give it up for all of NGCOA's sponsors at this conference. Now, for those of you in the room, I encourage you to make the most of the next 2 days. You know, if you're an introvert, I encourage you to play the role of an extrovert just for a couple days. I know how hard that is. But, you know, you get more out of this conference if you get to know people and you make friendships and you go back with those friendships. The return is highest from these events when you do that. You know, each year you come back and you share stories from the prior year and you share aspirations with each other. There's so much to learn here. And of course, I'd like to give a warm welcome to all the leaders of NGCOA's local, state, and regional affiliates from coast to coast. Thank you for being here. A special welcome to NGCOA Canada's staff and board leadership as well. Jeff, Natalie, and Daniel, are you in the room? Raise your hand. You guys aren't sitting together. There's something going on here. No. Thank you for being here. I guess we behaved ourselves in Montreal a couple of months ago, so thank you for being here. To all my Allied Association friends, PGA of America, GCSA, Club Management Association, USGA, and all the rest that are with us this week, thank you. You know, I must say that our association board of directors and staff truly enjoy working on your behalf. It's a real privilege to try to make good things happen for golf course owners and operators. Thank you for allowing us that privilege. And I think you'll find the work that we do is very meaningful. To that point, join me in recognizing first the NGCOA Board of Directors. If you remember the board, please stand up real quick. I want everybody to see your faces so that they know who to go to if they got any issues in this organization. Thank you, guys. They make it happen. If you have a good review, go to them. If you got a bad review, come to me. You know, also, you know, I'd like to secondly, and actually more importantly, recognize the NGCOA staff that's in the room, the hardworking, always fun NGCOA staff. I think a lot of them in the back. Raise your hand for the staff. There we go. I see some of them in the back here. There they are. Everybody give it up for the hardest working team in the association world. Thank you, guys. You guys are awesome, really. I love you and appreciate you. You know, I do want to also recognize, although I can see here from this screenshot that not all of you have uploaded your photos to the website, but our Education Advisory Committee that helps advise the NGCOA staff on what issues are impacting golf course owners and operators that we need to bring to the table at our conferences, in our podcasts, in our magazine, you name it. Your advice is incredibly important, so thank you to those of you that advise us on the content. Really appreciate it. You know, we also have in the room potential future NGCOA board members and maybe even staffers of NGCOA from the University of Wisconsin Stout. We have some undergraduates who are here to network and learn. Where are the young folks in the room? Oh, here, they're right over here. Easy to spot. You stand out like a sore thumb, guys. If you're under the age of 30, you stand out like a sore thumb in this room. I encourage all the members and sponsors to say hello and learn about these great people looking to get engaged in our industry. Thank you for being here, you know, and oh, to be young again. And with that, I'm pleased to welcome Tom Brooks, NGCOA President, to the stage to conduct the annual business meeting. We're going to fly through this, folks, because we've got some great content to get to today. Welcome, Tom.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for taking the time away from your businesses to be here. In doing so, you've chosen to lead the industry, to learn how your course can be better, and to grow golf. Not just in your local market, but nationally as well. You're a part of that. Collectively, today, these few days, we're learning about trends in our industry, trying to understand the economic and political forces at play. That's a difficult one, because we make decisions every day in our businesses, in our small sphere of influence, that make a difference. For example, what decisions will I make this week that will keep golf on the growth trajectory we've been enjoying since 2020? How will each of us attract and keep more players coming to our courses? Playing the game for at least another generation would be nice. That would certainly help support our businesses and golf in general. I look forward to those discussions with all of you here in the next few days and listening to some great ideas from our presenters and from you, my fellow members. The team here at NGCOA, as Jay mentioned, has been listening to you as well, working hard to provide an impressive stream of information for us to digest. Research, industry-specific white papers, legislative updates, technology insights, and industry insights from industry professionals like Seth Waugh, which was great last night. So while you're here this week, please reach out to board members and officers, those of us with the blue banners on the bottom of our badge, and please let us know what other information we can provide to make your business better. What questions are keeping you up at night? Please let us know. We'd like to know how we can make it better. And now, as we do each year, we're going to update you on some of the accomplishments of your association. And to start us off, I'd like to welcome to the stage NGCOA Secretary, all the way from Firestone, Colorado, Whitey O'Malley.
I'd like to read the minutes from last year's annual meeting. I've been practicing this all morning in front of a mirror, so here we go. It's only going to take a quick 20 or 30 minutes. So I don't hear anything from here. So we got a motion and a second to waive the reading of the minutes. All in favor? Aye. Thanks a lot.
Good morning, everybody. Whitey, thank you for that warm introduction. Oh, there we go. I'm the treasurer of the NGCOA, and I noticed there wasn't any walk-up music either. I'm pleased to report the financial report for the year. Do we have the slides? All right, there we go. Pretty easy to take a look at. Revenue, $3.630 million. Expenses, $3.546 million. We made a profit. Balance sheet. Well, you can see what the net income was. The balance sheet, $4.225 million. I'm pleased to report, if you look at that, there are no long-term liabilities. That this last year we completed the mortgage, and we own the building free and clear. All I've got to say is everything is in good hands by our illustrious staff. So that's the completion of our financial report. Thank you very much. Who's next? Jay, please return. Where's...
Thank you, Jeff. So I have the privilege to quickly run through kind of the state of the association. and the work that we've done this past year in 2023. So we frame the work of NGCOA in what we call our ACES plan. The ACES stands for Advocacy, Commerce or Commercial Programs, Education, and Sustainability. And when I say sustainability, that green circle around everything, it's not environmental sustainability necessarily. We're talking about organizational association sustainability. We'll get to that in a moment. So I want to run through here the ACES. The A is advocacy. Advocacy has become the crown jewel, really, of NGCOA's work. For those of you that have been members for a long time, education was always the crown jewel, right? We got a nice crown, lots of jewels, right? But education was our hallmark. And then in the past 5 to 10 years, we have built a substantial advocacy capacity. And what we've done this past year, well, we had National Golf Day in 2023. The dates are here for National Golf Day in 2024. We welcome all owners and operators. We know several dozen of you come to Washington to help lobby for us on Capitol Hill. We welcome you back this spring. We invested in new legislative tracking software. You know, there is software that tracks legislation in every state, even down to the local level. And we can keyword this thing for golf, hospitality, all kinds of businesses, so we get alerted when anything, even when the dog catcher is proposing a new piece of legislation in some little town, we can find out what's happening that may impact the golf industry, and then we can activate on that, right? So we invested in that at NGCOA as well. Last year this time, I don't think the court case had completed yet, but it was shortly after the conference that the Indian Pond case in Massachusetts, the errant golf ball case that we submitted an amicus brief to the state Supreme Court, ruled in favor of the golf course. And this was a big deal, folks, to not have this errant ball situation go against us and have a precedent set around the country that golf courses were liable for errant golf ball situations with adjoining houses. So that was a big victory this last year. Also, for the first time in probably 15 or more years, we've been working on, as you all know, that we affectionately call the sin list legislation. This past year, we saw a first time in our history on Capitol Hill where we have a bill introduced in the House. In the Ways and Means Committee, House Resolution 3124 is to remove golf from the tax code that identifies us on this list of businesses that do not qualify for disaster relief or economic stimulus programs in America. This is a big deal. We have a bill in the House now. Now we can go get co-sponsors. Now we can go get champions and finally kind of get us off this sin list. Although Matt Galvin was telling me last night, maybe we should lean into this sin thing. You know, I can see the new marketing campaign, golf is a sin. Look, it is great. You know, I don't know. We'll see. But seriously, this is a big step forward. And thanks to the NGCOA staff, really among all the associations, the tax issues, we are the ones, the tip of the spear, really pushing for this kind of reform. That's a good thing. Obviously, we're on top of Department of Labor and independent contractor issues, all kinds of issues, DOL, that we're reporting on. We just recently reported back the changes in the independent contractor rules, and we'll have guidance on how to incorporate those into your business if you work with independent contractors, because the rules are changing. Through advocacy, we also support Make Golf Your Thing, which is about getting more people engaged in this game of golf, but also the business of golf and working at golf courses. We have a new Make Golf Your Career initiative going on where we're getting people to work in the golf industry. And lastly, under advocacy, and by the way, this is tip of the iceberg. We are working on issues left and right and everywhere. But travel and tourism, you know, the business entertainment deduction was removed in 2017, and we're still working with other associations to try to bring that back. It makes no sense to me that you can't write off a round of golf with a client or a customer or whoever it might be as a business expense, but you can write off a meal, but more business gets conducted in a round of golf than over a meal. I assure you that, right? We all know that, and so we're working on trying to restore that. It's not easy to restore something like that. Once that goes away, it's hard to bring that stuff back, but we're committed to staying on top of it. Something I want to mention that you'll see at lunch today, some cards, some invitations to join what we're calling the new NGCOA Champion Circle. This is an important initiative. The fires that we have to fight at the local level are just going to continue and get more ubiquitous and more serious. And the golf industry is really not currently equipped very well to deal with state and local advocacy issues. Federal issues, we're there. Right? We're at Capitol Hill. We need to raise more resources in this organization so that we can fight those fires, just like what's happening right now in New York, the errant golf ball case with Cazenovia, 9-hole public golf course, been here for 100 years, gets sued with an errant golf ball case by someone who was hit in the eye with a golf ball, and now the whole issue of who's liable for that is in the court system. We submitted another amicus brief. The court met about it just 4 days ago. They'll rule in the next few months about, you know, what that means. Will they side with the golfer or they side with the golf course as far as who's liable for getting hit in the eye with a golf ball. Course has been there 100 years. You think they have a design problem if they've been there 100 years and someone gets hit on one fairway, someone hooks a ball, whatever it might be? The plaintiff is arguing that there should be nets between every hole, that kind of stuff. It's crazy. But we are there fighting for this, and this costs real money. We have to pay lawyers $700 an hour, essentially, to help write these amicus briefs to make our case known. So we have to get more into fundraising in this organization on these issues. And the Champion Circle program is what this is about. We're going to be raising the first ever legal and advocacy fund, so we don't have to pass the hat when these fires come up. We have to have a fund that we can tap into when we're fighting issues locally, right, on your behalf. And so that's what this is about. We're going to welcome you to join that Champion Circle here. It'll also help us with our resources with the American Golf Industry Coalition to keep fighting some of these fights that we fight on Capitol Hill in Washington, separate from our Brethren Association, and with the U.S. Travel Association fighting this business entertainment deduction. And Champion Circle members will get invited to some special dinners and other events at National Golf Day in Washington. We'll bring members of Congress into the room where we can have some private dinner. So I welcome you to please join the Champion Circle. When you see the cards on the table later at lunch, we need all of you on board to get this advocacy program really on steroids. We have to do more. You'll see from the budget that the numbers that you saw, the advocacy revenue in NGCOA, it's not even $200,000 a year. Fighting issues across a country takes more. And so we're humbly asking you to join the Champion Circle. It's going to be a great legacy program at the NGCOA. So the C, ACES, commercial programs, just want to identify we've got some great partners in the room here at the conference and at home as well. Smart Buy suppliers are listed on the right here. They offer member-only advantages, rebates, discounts, deals. Check it out. We hope that you'll take advantage of some of those. I enjoy signing those rebate checks every quarter and sending those rebates back out to members. Our executive partners on the left, these are the ones that really contribute the most to the organization. So thank you for all of these folks in helping NGCOA run our business again. On the education side, this last year we put on 4 events throughout the country. We did the Golf Business Conference last year in Orlando. We did our multi-course owner and resort operator retreat in Monterey in the summertime. We did the Golf Business Tech Con, first time since 2018. We brought it back. Some things have changed in technology in 5 years, so we thought we'd bring it back. Great success in Las Vegas. The day after the TechCon, we did the Colorado Basin Golf and Water Summit. We brought together federal, state, local water officials, the golf industry, experts to talk, have great discussions around what do we do to deal with the water crisis, especially out west. And it's not going to be just out west. The water table, New York Times did an expose, basically the water table in the United States underneath the ground is depleting. Right? And we have climate change happening. We have lots of issues with climate, and access to water is going to hit places like Kansas as much as it will in Arizona. So we have to stay ahead of this. We continue to publish and produce great educational content, Golf Business Magazine, Golf Business Weekly, Golf Business Podcast, Golf Business Live Show. Don Ray and myself, we continue to do that monthly. Michael Williams, I know he's in the room. He has his own show with Golf Business Live. We do Tech Talk with Harvey Silverman, so we're expanding the Golf Business Live brand and getting good conversations out there in the space. We published the Golf Business Pulse Report. A lot of you answered surveys and conducted interviews with John Lass and his team to produce this really great insight. What's on your minds? How are you feeling about things? What's your optimism? What's your pessimism? What are the big issues? We published that just for our members. You can see what's happening, what's on your minds, and then we can take this content and then educate around it, program around it, right? It's good stuff. Every 2 years, we publish a compensation and benefits report. We did that this last year. If you didn't take a look at it this fall, it's still available at any time for you. If you need to benchmark salaries and benefits against the national averages, regional averages, make sure you check out the compensation and benefits report. I would advise you not to go into budgeting without this kind of information. And lastly, this past week, we published our 2024 Merchant Processing Guide. It's called Deck of Cards, How to Ace Credit Card Processing and Save Money. The merchant processing ecosystem has changed considerably, and it's going to continue to be a rising cost of business. So Harvey Silverman did a beautiful job piecing together, he spent many months on this, kind of the modern guide right now. This will be obsolete probably in 6 months because who knows what's going to happen in this field. But right now, I read this, and it's fantastic. Any golf course operator, you need to read about it, especially the surcharging stuff. The rules on surcharging, hey, I'll add 4% to my credit card fees, and we'll call it good. There are federal laws that you need to be aware of. The Amex has a different rule than Visa. Debit cards are different than credit cards. You need to understand this so you don't get yourself into hot water. And there are opportunities to save money and not make money. You can't, just by the way, you can't profit on the surcharging. That's illegal, right? So there's not a profit center. This is just to cover your costs, right? Okay. And lastly, under sustainability, this, again, is organizational sustainability. What are we doing at NGCOA to make sure we are a sustainable organization so that we can address the A, the C, and the E for the long term, short term and long term, right? Are we healthy financially? And you saw that, yes, we are. We have a great balance sheet. We've been operating, you say profitably, we're nonprofit, but the profit goes back into the reserves and so forth for, I think, 6, 7 straight years in the black, doing really well. We have a great governance model here with the board of directors, an amazing, diverse group of people, all walks of life, all sizes of business that are at that table. An amazing headquarters staff. Like I say, we're all in Charleston. We're not all in Charleston. Rachel's in Denver, Brittany's in Charlotte, a lot of folks in Charleston, but we need to have a great headquarters staff working for you. Technology, you have technology, your operations, we do too. We're about to go through our first software change in 20 years. Anybody gone through that, right? There's something called association management software, believe it or not, just for associations, and we're about to go through that change we haven't done in a long time. I was the kid who helped move us from a file maker, who knew file maker? Back in the day. We had a file maker system, and I was the first person back at NGCOA to bring us to a cloud-based system, and it was like, what are we doing here? This is crazy, putting our information on servers that aren't even in the office. This was nuts. Fast forward 20 years, and we're going to build a Salesforce-based association management system. Really cool stuff. Our headquarters office, the building in Charleston, got great tenants, paid off the mortgage, it's probably worth $4 to $5 million as an asset. Really good thing, and we make a little money on the rent, put that back into the operations to support this organization. So that's a solid situation. Our corporate partnerships, we talked about our corporate partnerships already. And I'd say the most important thing in sustainability here is really membership of the organization. When I took over in 2015, we had 3,000 courses in the organization. And it's been 8 years, and we're now right around 3,800. So we've been growing at a net pace of 100 new per year. As the golf course industry continues to actually contract, we're been growing, but it's not good enough. We have our sights set on some aggressive growth in this organization because it benefits everybody. It's not about, the dues, by the way, at NGCOA, barely 13% of our income as an organization. It's not about the dues. We're not going out there to capture more dues. We need more owners and operators in this organization. We've done a fantastic job doing good work. Really good work in this organization, and we've benefited from membership growth because of that good work. It's time to now add to that good work by adding on some capacity to really take growth seriously. And so to deliver the message of membership growth, I welcome Rachel Carter, our Senior Director of Membership, to the podium to talk about membership growth. Rachel?
Good morning. It's so great to see all of your faces in the crowd. It's been a wonderful year, 2023, traveling coast to coast to come and see you in some of your own backyards. From California to, of course, Denver, where I reside and work. I had a stopover in Michigan. I know we have several members here from Michigan. And wrapped up the year in New England. And I know there's some New England members out there, so thank you. There we go. Thank you for being here. We really appreciate, on behalf of all the staff, for making the investment in your time and your finances to be here, and also to bring many staff members with you. And we look forward to delivering on this experience for you and your team this week. As Jay so perfectly set the table for me, NGCOA's membership continues to climb upward. We ended the year with roughly 3,800 courses in our membership across the country. And as he highlighted so well, in 2023, our focus was really on delivering value to you. And so we hope that from the reports and the education and the connections that we were able to provide for you, that you truly felt the value that we delivered in your membership. Going forward in 2024, we have a growth goal, and that's what I'm here to talk to you about. We want to represent more golf course owners and operators across the country. We want to increase membership within the NGCOA to 5,000 courses in the next 5 years. And to do so, we need to grow incrementally by 240 courses a year until the end of 2028. Representing a larger network of owners and operators gives NGCOA a bigger voice in government affairs. When we head to the Hill with issues that impact your business, the larger the network, the larger the voice. Representing 5,000 golf courses in the country will increase the value of collaboration for you, our existing members. And additionally, meeting this growth goal will help us bring more great partners to NGCOA who are so important to us, and many of which give you great value and discounts for member-only deals. So how does an association grow? Well, this is where you all come in today. This great industry, as we all know, is strong on connections. And we know that you all know owners and operators who are not in this room today and who maybe don't belong to the NGCOA. So we need your help. I have my team, the NGCOA staff, around the room with some pledge cards. And what I'm asking for you today, if you would fill this out, what we're looking for is some NGCOA members to help us in our growth goal, perhaps to host an event in your area. We can host meetings in some of our key markets and invite other owners and operators to join the NGCOA. We're looking for some members to record testimonials. I've heard so many of your stories in the last year or so with the NGCOA about how you've gotten ideas from Golf Business Conference that generated some significant income for your business, or how maybe you learned a different operating practice or a way to save money. So if you wouldn't mind telling us those stories, we can share those stories as we invite new members to join the association. And we believe that we can meet, if not even exceed, this goal. So please, if you could get an NGCOA member and grab a pledge card and submit those to us. Bring these by to the booth at the PGA show or drop them off at the registration desk. And we look forward to having you participate in this growth goal. Do I have some ambassadors in the crowd? Do I have anybody that can commit to helping us grow? If the NGCOA staff sees some of the hands, if you guys could hand out some pledge cards, that'd be great. Thank you very much. In closing, we thank you for being here today again. We're honored on your behalf to work for you day in and day out to help support you and your business and your families and communities. So thank you and have a good day.
Good morning, everyone. Strap in. You know he's going to do it. No, I'm here to introduce the slate of new officers and board of directors and conduct the vote. But before I do that, I would just like to talk a little bit about one of our departing board members. Matt is, he's just always been there. He's a leader. He's one of those guys that doesn't say a whole lot, but when he does, it's usually funny, or it's very poignant, and he's always been very helpful, very insightful. There's been times when I've called Matt, and I've gotten an email instead of an answer, and he says, you know, I have caller ID, right? That's Matt. But he has been just a wonderful, wonderful supporter of the association. He was always there. He took up every cause. He helped in every way possible, every way he could, even when not asked. But I would just like to get a round of applause for Matt. I'm sure he's here somewhere. Matt Galvin. Okay, the slate of officers for the next term are Cathy Harbin, smartest person in the room, as our president. Whitey O'Malley, who gave that wonderful secretary's report this morning. It's incredible. Thank you very much. And Gaylord Shep as the secretary coming in. I'd also like to just recognize Jeff Hoke. He does the treasurers. It's not a voted on seat, but it's a thankless job, and thank you. As well as Tom's going to stay on as immediate past president. So I'd like to conduct the vote. It's going to be one vote for Cathy Harbin as president, Whitey O'Malley as vice president, Gaylord Shep as the secretary. All those in favor signify by saying aye. All those who really know them signify by saying like sign. It's passed. Welcome aboard. Before we go over the the board members, I'm going to bring Jay back up to say a few things.
I don't know who's choosing this music, but thanks, DJ. Appreciate that. All right, before we move on the agenda here with the board, I wanted to pause for a moment to really thank and recognize Tom Brooks for his service as our president. You know, Tom has been an amazing partner of mine in guiding NGCOA out of the COVID disruptions and kind of into the next chapter of this association's history. He has corralled the board, facilitated the most important discussions we could be having, and really, Tom, it's you who has set us up, the staff and the operations, for what will be some impressive growth. You certainly have my deepest gratitude, and a few others wanted to say thanks as well, so if you don't mind rolling the little video.
Tom, I'm looking forward to seeing you in Florida in better weather than this. It's been a great pleasure to work with you the last couple of years, and the NGCOA has benefited greatly from your calm presence and your leadership. Thank you.
Hey Tom, congratulations on your retirement. I sure appreciate you keeping the board meetings moving along. I know it's not easy with 19 genius golf course owners in the room. As many of you probably don't know, Tom owns a Yamaha dealership in the southwest of the U.S. here, and I'm just so happy that he's given all the board members 30% off on all the future car purchases.
I'm pretty sure that's not right. He didn't do that.
Oh, I thought that was agreed upon, so I guess that's something we need to talk about. Thanks for everything. I really appreciate all the time you put in.
Hey Tom, congratulations and thank you for serving as president of the National Golf Course Owners Association over the past 2 years, and in particular for keeping us on the path of recovery from the disaster that we had 3 presidents ago from that guy from South Carolina. Again, Tom, congratulations and thank you so much.
Hey Tom, hello from snowy Pennsylvania. I know this is your kind of weather. It's not mine. I know we'll be viewing this while we're together at the conference in Orlando, and I can't wait to get down there and see everybody again. And I just wanted to say great job running this organization while it was entrusted in your care the last 2 years. And I can now say welcome to the past chairman's group. Best wishes, Tom, and thank you for your hard work and dedication to the organization.
Tom, thank you for all your hard work and leadership. The board ran like a well-oiled machine under your management. Thank you.
Tom Brooks, what can I say? It's been an incredible 2 years. Every NGCOA board president seems to have his or her level of craziness and opportunities and things happening in the industry, and your term was really no different. You took the baton out of this kind of COVID craziness and you helped bring NGCOA to a real new level. Of all board members, you've always seen this untapped potential still in NGCOA, no matter what we accomplish, and I would love it. You really want to take what Jim Collins called in his book, NGCOA from good to great. And your drive and passion for that will have a lasting impact, I promise. Thank you for your service.
Tom Brooks, what a great leader you have been over the last couple of years, and even really through all your time as an officer. You helped us get out of COVID, stabilize again with the help of Steve Grable and all the work that Steve did as well. But your time in really stabilizing the association and then turning our attention to growth and looking at things like our membership categories, our membership pricing. How do we get our members more engaged? How do we expose more people and more members to the association and all the benefits of being a member with our association? And really our focus now on growing the association is from your leadership. And I'm so grateful to follow you, follow in your footsteps. You have definitely left the association better than you found it. And I'm, again, grateful to have the opportunity to follow, take the work you've done, and grow it even more. So thank you so much, Tom, for your work in this association and all you've done to get to the position it's in right now. All right.
Tom Brooks, well done, my friend. I'm here at Augusta Ranch Golf Club. It's early in the morning. I got a little sweat because just like owners, I was fixing the sliding door in the restaurant that it seems like every time I'm here, it's off the track. So that's my lot in life, is fixing stuff just like you. And thank you so much for serving the NGCOA, the industry, all your fellow owners. Really appreciate it. I appreciate your friendship. You know, we were on the board together back in the day, and to see you progress through the chairs and to serve and to see all the great things the NGCOA has been doing under your watch. I really do appreciate it. Have a great night. I'll talk to you soon.
And, to help Tom's golf game out a little bit, we got him a couple things. So Tom, come up here. We got him an NGCOA past president driver cover. It's not going to help you drive, but it's going to make you look good. And we got you a little swing oil with this amazing bottle of Middleton Very Rare Irish whiskey, just for you, signed by the staff and the board.
Well, that was not expected, and thank you all very much. That was all very kind. Now that means a lot. It has been a lot of fun. I would be remiss if I did not mention Steve Grable. So supposedly I brought us out of the recession. Really, it was Steve who kept it together in times that every day the circumstance changed. So thanks to Steve Grable, my predecessor, and leading us to where we are now. And we're really looking forward to Cathy and all the board continuing. When I stepped into the succession toward president, they said it would be easy, Bill, which wasn't always true, but it was always fun, and I have to say always interesting, and I have truly enjoyed being your president this past 2 years. To help shape the future of NGCOA and its role in the golf world, I think is truly important. It's been a pleasure working with the entire NGCOA team. They wake up every morning thinking about how to make life better for NGCOA members. Thank you all for your support in the past 2 years. You are a wonderful group of people, and we all appreciate it. I want to thank Manya, my amazing business partner and wife, a lawyer with incredible business acumen and an incredible sense of people that has helped our course survive and thrive over the past 26 years. Thank you to our 3 children, Colin, Grace, and Aoife, who grew up and worked in our family business. Thank you for always pitching in when it was needed, and to all our staff at home for always keeping it between the rails and moving ahead. And a sincere thank you to all my fellow board members. They come from courses in every corner of the country and run unique operations, ranging from 9-hole layouts deep in the redwood forests of California, the heartlands of Kansas and Iowa, the snowboard playgrounds of Florida, and multi-course operators across the country with incredible insights in how we can make NGCOA more relevant and consequential. And thank you, of course, to you, the members, for being a part of NGCOA. And with my sincere thanks, I now return you to your regularly scheduled program and the man we call the Godfather, Mr. Bill Stein.
Okay, I would like to introduce and go over and vote on the board members for the upcoming term. We have some returning board members, Renee Powell, Mark Gastina, and Tom Brooks. Some new board members, Eric Berkstall, Whitney Krause, and Keith Miller. So at this time, all those in favor of those being board members signified by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed, a like sign. Very good. That's wonderful. We got new officers. We got new board members. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce not only the hardest working person in the room, the smartest person in the room, and our new president, Cathy.
Good job, Taylor. Halfway through, I said, I want to choose my walk-up music to be Eye of the Tiger. And they did it, so good job. So thank you, Bill. Thank you, Tom, for your service, everything you did, the priority you put on the membership and growing the membership, the way we focused on, as I said, the categories, the pricing, what to do next. It's really going to put us in a position that's going to be highly successful for the future. So thank you for that. To our fellow officers, Treasurer Jeff, our Secretary,
Gaylord, and our, well, now our secretary, now vice president, Whitey O'Malley. Where are you, Whitey? Are you ready? Ready? All right. So here we go. For the next couple of years, I'm very excited to be taking on this role of president. And I'm going to tell you a quick story. Back in 1988, I'll say that date again, 1988, there was this 20-something kid, girl no less, that took a seminar on how to buy a golf course. And in 2017, she actually bought a golf course. And so I'm excited to be a golf course owner, and I'm excited again to be taking on the role of your president. I have great intentions, great plans to do the best for this association and do good work for the golf industry and for golf as a whole. It's really a goal of mine to leave the game better and certainly to leave this association better in any way that I can. So I do have a few areas that are kind of a primary focus for me for the next couple of years. And certainly membership growth. That's going to be on the table for us for a while. Continue to grow membership. We have a great plan. We have a great team. And it is going to really, truly take all of us, all of you, to get engaged and to make a difference. The power of the invitation, we know it. We know it to be true. We know how it works. When you invite someone, they show up. So let's take care of this ambassador program. Let's do something with it, and let's follow that power of the invitation. And why? What is it about this association? You heard so many things already. We have the greatest minds in golf in this room. We really do have the greatest minds in golf. And every single person here wants to help you succeed, wants to help you be a better golf course operator and better golf course owner. You're here, I hope that you leave here with a ton of things that you can take back to your golf course and really, truly make a difference, because there's no better resources than the people sitting around you, and every single person in here wants to help. So let's tap into that. Advocacy, we know about it. Any legal issue, any legal challenges, but your backyard, state, national, we are here for the members. The research is relevant and useful. The partnerships that we have with some of these companies, if you're not taking advantage of them, ask us how to do it, because they are terrific, and our partners and our sponsors have been fantastic, and we really need to tap into what they're offering for us. So the association gives us lots of tools. It gives us lots of tools to better operate, and I really can't talk enough about what we do as golf course operators, golf course owners, and how we deliver such a great experience to people, where we're the catalyst for changing people's lives, for making people's lives better, for enhancing people's lives. And we all know what golf does. It really helps people live their very best life through golf. And it wouldn't be happening if there weren't golf courses, and it wouldn't be golf courses if you guys weren't owning these golf courses and operating them. So what we're doing, it's great work. We should all be proud of what we're doing to change people's lives and through the game of golf. There's nothing like it. It's still intimidating. It's still an intimidating sport for a lot of people. And we know there's this big growth going on, but there's also 21 million people out there who say they're very interested in playing golf. They don't know how, they don't know where, they don't know what the avenue is. We have to continue to deliver an opportunity. All of us want the game of golf to be available to all of us, to all. And that's something that, as owners, we need to continue to take seriously. How do we create welcoming facilities where everyone feels welcome? All of us feel welcome. So we're going to continue to focus on that. I'm a proud PGA member. All of you probably know that. I know the value of being a PGA member. I know the value of having a PGA member at our facilities, but there's no doubt that it's the owners that are keeping this game going. It's the owners that are the heartbeat of this industry and this association. And I've always felt, even before I became an owner, that the owners needed to and deserved to have a seat at every table where golf was discussed. Any venue, any place, any meeting where golf, the future of golf or the current state of golf was discussed, the owner should have a seat at that table and a voice at that table. And I'm happy to say, through Jay's leadership and through Jay's effort, that we are finally making a lot of headway in that area. We really have increased our voice so much through Jay, our credibility, our trust. What Jay has done such a great job of putting us at that table, giving us a voice, and we want to continue to make that happen, especially in recreational golf. That's our world, right? We live it, we do it, and we want to continue to have a voice, a prominent voice in that. So again, I'm truly proud to be your president and take on the challenge of the next couple of years here. And I'll tell you one more story. There was this little kid that grew up in this great house with a fantastic mother who told this little girl that someday you're going to be president of the United States. Well, I'm going to take a hard pass on being president of the United States, but I'm very, very proud and happy to be president of the National Golf Course Owners Association. So thank you.